Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news. Hey Bears fans, today we're diving deep into a story that's been making waves in the NFL circles, especially among those who follow our beloved Chicago Bears. It's about a possible shift in the team's offensive line, a change that could redefine the team's future and even influence their draft strategy in the upcoming years. We're talking about the situation at the left tackle position, which has been a point of concern and debate all season long. Now, it looks like the Bears are making some bold moves and looking ahead to the draft, with potential replacements already coming into focus. This could be the start of a new chapter, one that might see the Bears finally solidify their offensive line and give their quarterback the protection he needs to flourish. So, let's start from the beginning. During Sunday's game against the Las Vegas Raiders, an unexpected decision was made by the Bears coaching staff. They benched Braxton Jones early in the game, which sent shockwaves through the fanbase. Now, Jones has been a staple on the line, a guy who's shown promise and resilience in his rookie season. But this move signals that the coaching staff might be looking at a bigger picture. They might be sensing that Jones, despite his potential, isn't the long-term solution at left tackle. Instead, they're exploring other options, both within the team and in the next draft class, which is being viewed as particularly promising for the position. Right after the benching, the team slid Theo Benedict into the left tackle position. Now, Benedict isn't exactly a household name, but he's a young player with some potential. He's been part of the roster, and the coaching staff is clearly giving him a shot to prove himself. Against the Raiders, he and rookie Ozzie Trapillo, who was inserted at right tackle, both had their struggles. Max Crosby, one of the league's premier pass rushers, tested both young tackles repeatedly. But even with a few hiccups, the Bears managed to stabilize their offense a bit in the second half. And that's important because it shows that the coaching staff is willing to give these young players opportunities, even if they're not yet polished. Now, the big question is, what does all of this mean for Braxton Jones? According to reports from the Chicago Tribune's Brad Biggs and other sources, the current expectation is that Jones might not start again until at least October 13, when the Bears face Washington. The coaching staff seems to be leaning towards Benedict as the likely starter once the team emerges from its bye week. But of course, this situation remains fluid. Nothing is set in stone yet. Jones could very well earn his way back into the lineup later in the season if he shows improvement. It's not uncommon for players to face tough starts, but then bounce back stronger, especially with the right coaching and support. But let's be honest, the writing on the wall suggests that the Bears are already eyeing the future at this position. The 2026 NFL Draft is shaping up to be quite interesting for the offensive tackle spot. And here's where things get really intriguing. Coming out of Week 4, some analysts, like James Eisner from the Draft Network, are already projecting what the Bears might do. Believe it or not, Eisner's mock draft for 2026 has the Bears investing their first-round pick in a player named Isaiah World, a standout offensive tackle from Oregon. Now, Isaiah World is a massive guy, standing at 6'8" and weighing around 318 pounds. We're talking about a mountain of a man who's been turning heads with his performance. In 2024, he allowed 0 sacks on 458 pass-blocking snaps at Nevada, which is quite the feat. That's the kind of consistency and skill that NFL scouts love to see. What makes World even more appealing is his athleticism and versatility. He transferred to Oregon in the offseason to take over for Josh Kennerly Jr., who was a first-round pick in 2025. And since then, he's been playing exceptionally well in his first 5 starts. The fact that he's already drawing comparisons to some of the top prospects in college football, and that he's excelling in both run blocking and pass protection, makes him a serious candidate for the Bears' future plans. If the team is looking for a long-term solution on the left side of the line, Isaiah World's name is definitely rising to the top of the list. Now, let's put this into perspective. The Bears are in a bit of a transitional phase. They're trying to find stability at offensive tackle, which is one of the most crucial positions on the field. Protecting Justin Fields has always been a priority, but the inconsistency at left tackle has been a sore spot. The team's recent moves suggest they're not just looking for a stopgap, they want someone who can anchor the line for years to come. And frankly, Isaiah World fits that bill perfectly. His college tape shows a player who's technically refined, physically imposing, and capable of handling some of the best pass rushers in college football. Of course, it's not just about the draft. The Bears could also explore free agency, but that's a tricky path. As of now, according to Over the Cap, the Bears are roughly $5.4 million over the salary cap, which complicates any big free agent signings. They'd need to do some roster restructuring to make room for a veteran left tackle, which might not be easy given their current financial situation. That's why drafting a player like Isaiah World, or one of the other top prospects like Caden Proctor, Francis Moigoa, or Spencer Fano, might be their best bet. These prospects are expected to be high-impact players, and investing early in their development could pay off in the long run. Now, let's talk about the current players who are in the mix. Theo Benedict, despite some struggles, has shown enough promise to warrant keeping him in the conversation. He's young, and with the right coaching, he could develop into a reliable starter. Ozzy Trapillo, the rookie at right tackle, also has potential, and while he's still raw, his development will be crucial for the team's offensive line depth. The challenge for the Bears now is to evaluate these young players carefully and decide whether they're the future or if they need to be replaced through the draft or free agency. This situation isn't unique in the NFL. Many teams go through similar growing pains. But what makes it interesting for Bears fans is that it seems like we're on the cusp of a significant shift. The management is clearly aware that the offensive line needs an upgrade, and they're already planning for the future. The draft projections indicate that the team might be willing to spend their first-round pick on a player like Isaiah World, someone who could transform their offensive line and help Justin Fields reach his full potential. Looking ahead, it's exciting to think about what the future holds. The Bears have a talented quarterback, and with the right protection, he could become one of the league's elite. But for that to happen, the offensive line needs to be solid, reliable, and physically dominant. The recent benching of Braxton Jones and the move to bring in new faces at tackle show that the team isn't willing to settle for mediocrity. They're aiming high, and that's exactly what we want as fans. We want to see our team make smart, strategic moves, and it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. Of course, there's still a lot of questions. Will Jones recover from this rough start and earn his way back into the lineup? Is Theo Benedict truly the answer at left tackle? Or are the Bears already looking past him to the college prospects? The truth is, we won't know for sure until the offseason, but the signs are pointing to a major overhaul at the position. The draft is shaping up to be critical, and the Bears are positioning themselves to make a splash. In the end, what all of this means is that the Bears are in a crucial phase of their rebuild. They've shown a willingness to make tough decisions, to invest in young talent, and to plan for the long term. That's what good organizations do. And for us fans, it's an exciting time to be a Bears supporter. We're witnessing a team that's not afraid to shake things up, to look beyond the immediate and focus on building something sustainable. The potential of Isaiah World, combined with the development of our current young tackles, could be the key to unlocking a new era of success for the Chicago Bears. And let's not forget, this isn't just about one player or one game. It's about the bigger picture, a team that's evolving, learning from its mistakes, and striving to compete at the highest level. The offensive line is the foundation of any successful team, and the Bears seem to be aware of that now more than ever. Their moves, their draft projections, and their focus on young talent signal a clear direction. It's a plan that, if executed well, could see the Bears rise again, making noise in the NFC North and beyond. So, as we watch this season unfold, keep an eye on how the offensive line develops. Watch how players like Benedict and Trapillo perform, and stay tuned for any draft news. Because in the end, the future of the Chicago Bears might just hinge on who they pick to protect Justin Fields when the 2026 draft rolls around. And that's what makes this story so compelling. It's about hope, strategy, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUB algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think the team is making the right call by moving on from Braxton Jones early in the season? Do you believe Theo Benedict or Ozzie Trapillo can step up and become the long-term solution at left tackle? Or are you already dreaming about the draft and the possibility of Isaiah World anchoring our line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. We're in this together, and the future looks brighter than ever. Let's keep supporting our team, stay passionate, and keep the faith. Because, at the end of the day, being a Bears fan means never giving up, never losing hope, and always believing that better days are ahead.